And so we're going to give you this guide, some of the top routine legal tasks that we believe that you can automate with AI. And I think realistically, if you adopt even a couple of these, you're going to be able to save thousands of dollars a month. And it's not hyperbole. I think you can do this. So what are those? I'm going to go kind of lightning round style to get through some of these pretty quickly. So we have the full list of 20 in the download. If you want to get that, I'm just going to go through a few right here. So number one, summarizing legal documents. So the task would be, creating briefs or summaries of lengthy documents for a case or a matter that you're researching. And the AI solution for this would be that you're going to utilize AI summarization tools that will basically take this long document and distill the text down into key points and essential information. Second is going to be proofreading and error checking. So the task is, you're reviewing documents for grammatical errors, inconsistencies from junior associates, from other people in your office, and instead you can implement a AI proofreading, prompt that is going to go through, scan for errors, and you can actually give it, customized feedback or customized inputs so that it, really pays attention to making it conversational or the opposite. And it's super professional because it needs to, you're maybe going to put this in front of a lawyer or for another, judge or whatever. You can dial it up to make it real specific to what you want. Next one, legal research. So task is going to be finding relevant case law, statutes, legal precedents. I would, potentially look into some of the more purpose-built AI tools around this. There's some AI tools that are going to focus on case law that, basically these AI tools are only as good as their index or their LLM, the information that goes into them. And so with these, they're going to put all of the case text in there. And so really the secret sauce with all these AI tools is then its ability to recall information from these large data sets or large, swaths of information. And so from there, you can utilize these AI-driven research platforms to say, sift through vast legal databases and provide you with, the most pertinent information and summaries. You can use it to rank the most applicable case law. You can go look for, all cases that meet certain criteria that is not binary. So I want to see all cases that have these three components. Those are the type of reasoning and, high level kind of thinking that, would take you hours and hours to do, but can now be automated. Fourth, general standard correspondence. So the task would be writing routine letters and emails. Okay. So, early on, there have been some examples of, different situations at court where people have been outed for, using GPT to write their briefs and stuff like that. Right now, it's just not at that level where you can have confidence that it could do something like that. So you want to think about all of this as, can it get me 80% there? And so if I know that it's not, ready for court, what else can you use it for, right? And so I think writing letters, correspondence, things that don't actually go to a judge and are not going to be part of an official record, is a really low barrier way to enter this and take advantage of this. And it's a really low threshold for, potentially messing things up, right? The risk level is much lower. That's what I'm looking for to say, right? And so you could use AI, you can use ChatGPT to help you basically be an assistant that generates of emails, of demand letters, and instead of kind of carrying a template that you have to go in and update each field and go through this specific workflow, you can actually load your documents in and then just give it the new information and say, hey, I want you to, reference this template. That's my demand letter template. And here's the new information. And you just, kind of write it out in a conversational way, and it's going to go and plug it all in, right? And so think about how much time you spend on a daily basis doing, these kind of mundane but critical tasks, right? And it's, these are the best opportunities right now to take advantage of this. And so the final one is drafting with templates. So you can create standard, this is kind of a piggyback on the last one, but I guess they're a little bit the same, but you can create standard legal documents like contracts, NDAs, wills. So this is more kind of, for me, built like into the workflow, like the legal workflows. So think about any repeatable thing that you do, right, that you are giving to an assistant, a paralegal, et cetera, where, there's a kind of proven blueprint roadmap that they need to follow, but they need to use some level of critical thinking to go and grab information and bring it back in, and update that document or prepare that document a certain way by, collating multiple data sources. You can do all of this now with AI. I mean, it takes some time. It takes your energy to kind of put this into a framework, like a custom or something like that, where you can add material in and then call it back, reference it, utilize it. But I mean, think about the advantages of this, right? Think about, if you can automate some of this, I mean, without sounding too callous, you can eliminate people from your operation, right? And so the way I like to think about it is that this is going to, not necessarily remove people from your office, but you can start to think about, making them more efficient, right? And giving them other opportunities to improve your business that AI can't really do just yet. Okay. And so I think it's not, just a total, a total, or the whole point of it is not just to cut people out, but I think it can give them a greater capacity to do more work easier. It can, take away some of the most unfun, mundane things that